The most anticipated earnings releases for the week of January 29, 2024. Presented by earningswhispers. There are more than 300 companies set to report earnings this week, including 5 of the Magnificent Seven: Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Meta, and Alphabet. Yet, the company investors are most closely watching this week is AMD. For your convenience, we've split these up into 2 different periods, with 3 reporting after the close on Tuesday and another 3 after the close on Thursday. Next week, we will start getting a pickup in the Russell 2000 companies reporting, meaning the busiest weeks are yet to come. This, however, will be the busiest week for the large caps, slightly edging out next week's total. SOFI is up first, and the company has been saying it would be profitable in the 4th quarter, but the consensus estimate doesn't reflect this, and investors aren't really buying into it either, so whether the company delivers or not by just a penny is likely the factor that will push the stock one way or another. Supermicro, on the other hand, already told us what they are going to report, so that consensus estimate is just staleness, as some analysts just haven't updated their numbers. Either way, the focus will be on guidance, and for now, the wind is at the company's back. Tuesday will be all about AMD, Microsoft, and Alphabet, aka Google, with the most interest in the first 2. Both stocks have rallied into earnings on expectations of benefiting from AI. For AMD, it will be about how much Microsoft and others intend to buy their chips to meet AI demand, and for Microsoft, it will be about the company's ability to profit from AI. Wednesday starts with Boeing. Boeing's got baggage, and it isn't the good kind for an airplane manufacturer. Yeah, Boeing's got issues and investors have paid. Qualcomm reports after the close, and it appears to have overcome some headwinds during the quarter, but those aren't exactly bullish candles at the top of that chart, and, ultimately, it will likely come down to just one thing. Yep, AI. As mentioned previously, Amazon, Apple, and Meta report after the close on Thursday. All the trends in Amazon remain intact, so the question will be about spending and market share in the cloud. Then be patient. Apple won't report for another 30 minutes. You've got your iPhone. You've got your iPad. You also have your Mac, Apple Watch, and AirPods. When one breaks, gets lost, or just doesn't work as well, then you upgrade to a new one. Kind of boring, isn't it? Therefore, while you'll want to hear about China and there is growth in India, all you really care about is AI and Vision Pro. The next day, UPS says you have a package coming from AI, which is really your Vision Pro, but that's the closest you are likely to hear about AI this quarter from Apple. Friday morning will be all about the 2 biggest names among the biggest laggards of the past quarter. Investors have gotten quite bearish about both ExxonMobil and Chevron, and it is to the point that either someone is going to really clean up or get cleaned out, because you've never seen such crowded bearishness in these 2 names before. As we pointed out last week, implied volatility ahead of earnings has returned to normal this quarter, and there are a number of large expected moves this week. There is a large spread between the recent moves by Allegheny Technologies, or ADI, and what option traders are pricing in. The company guided lower last quarter, but the stock rallied on the news and has held up relatively well even though it has lagged the overall market. The consensus estimate, however, still hasn't come down into the company's guidance range. There are still a lot of companies that have yet to schedule their earnings releases, so the monthly calendar will have a number of additions to it in the coming weeks. But we can now look out into all of February, and there are even 2 companies scheduled to report on Washington's birthday.